This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised Austin chose the inside. I thought he might have chose the outside.
Oh, we got already. Turn number 1.
Jason White, I believe, against the outside.
Johanna also involved in the 20, as well as that 39 driven by Ryan Sieg. And so the caution comes out right on our first start.
You said they were going to get busy in a hurry? How busy is that?
That's about as quick as you can get busy.
That truck hit hard, too.
It sure did. Look at the damage to Jason's truck. He has really turned this season around. There was a contact. Looked like Johanna Long got into Jason really early to be making contact like that. Again, everyone fights for the same real estate, but you got to get beaten squeezed by the 42 of Tommy Joe Martins. Watch this. They come off the corner. Tommy Joe's going to come up like they're only 2 wide, not 3 wide. You see Elliott bouncing off the fence into the 22 of Joey Coulter.
And this is before our caution. This happened just prior to it. You don't think this was a result of A? That's B. Elliott Sadler turns the 42 around.
It might have had something to do with that previous situation, but unfortunately Brendan Gaughan is the guy that's going to get the worst of it. He made contact with that 42 of Tommy Joe and has some damage to that South Point Toyota.
This could be a race.
4 wide, Austin Dillon was all the way on the apron, and around goes a truck. It looks like Timothy Peters in the 17. Caution comes out again.
And I think maybe Joey Coulter got a piece of that as well, Phil. I don't know, it was close. Maybe he missed him.
Yeah, hits just keep coming for Joey, though. Innocent bystander, that one situation with the 42 squeezing him up into the 2 truck of Elliott Sadler.
Looks like there isn't any damage to Peter's truck, so maybe missed him.
Here's Timothy racing with the 32 of Steve Arpin. They get down to turn number 1. They're probably going to make a little contact right here. See Timothy gets sideways and has to chase the truck up the hill. He makes contact. Around he goes. Arpin does a nice job saving that truck.
Justin Lofton also in the 6 gets by. Clean. Running 4th, Dillon is in 5th. Right now, we think that Hornaday, Starr, Dillon, all conserving fuel.
Yeah, whether it's going to be enough or not, I don't know. But how about not running 6th? The 7 truck of Miguel Paludo.
Top 15 finishes for Miguel in 4 of the last 5 races. That's another young cat that's getting a grip of this thing.
You know, and remember, Buescher is not gambling right now to stay in front as that gap continues to close. Buescher's last 8 races have been top 10 finishes. He just hasn't been able to complete it and get the win. But here comes Timothy Peters.
I think James just went into fuel conservation mode, Phil. Almost 4/10 of a second off last time by, 25.27. The 17 truck beat him by 3/4 of a second.
But you got to conserve over 100 laps, not the last 7 laps of the race.
Here comes Timothy Peters trying to make the pass for the lead. Down the front stretch, side by side.
Remember, Ryan Hornaday won this race last year. His crew chief, Butch Hilton. Butch Hilton's the crew chief on that 17 truck right there, Timothy Peters.
And he is out in front of the field now. Timothy Peters leading. James Buescher runs 2nd. Hornaday 3rd. Starr is 4th. Dillon in the 5th position.
We talked about strategy. I never dreamed it would come down to this type of strategy. Oh, wait, I'll spin out and come to pit road, get some more gas and tires better than everyone else's, and then make maybe the longest run in the history of LOR to the checkered flag.
No one would have imagined that we'd go over 100 laps of green flag racing here at the short track. Lucas Oil Raceway. A little bobble by the 88. The 31 of James Buescher falling back behind Crafton. But remember, Crafton a lap down, trying to get back on the lead lap. Crafton currently running in the 8th position. He is the first truck a lap down. So he is trying to get his lap back right here by passing Timothy Peters.
Remember how good a truck Timothy Peters had? Was it Charlotte Michael leading the race and got involved in an incident coming off turn 2? Well, this could sure be some redemption for him right here.
And this would be huge if a caution came out right now. Crafton back on the lead lap with just 4 laps of racing to go. This time by, it'll be 3 to go for Timothy Peters, looking for his 3rd win of his career.
A couple of big ones so far for him. One down at Daytona, one a few miles from his house,
home in Martinsville,
Virginia, and now on one of the most prestigious short tracks in America, Timothy Peters is racing toward a checkered flag.
How about this? Austin Dillon trying to stay in front of the 7 of Miguel Paludo, as well as that 66 what an impressive performance Ross Chastain has done in that 66 tonight.
He had to pit for fuel. If Austin Dillon can make it to the end and he ends up with about a 5th or a 6th place finish, that may be a championship move here. If he runs out of gas or has to stop, then he's liable to finish 20th.
Ricky Carmichael, I believe, just ran out of fuel across the front stretch. He went way down low and he's wiggling the truck. It looks as though he has run out of gas.
Austin Dillon just got put in the wall by Todd Bodine.
Austin Dillon into the wall. Coming out of turn 4, your race leader sees the white flag. One more lap to go. Dillon's in the wall in turn 1 and 2. There goes your race leader, Timothy Peters. It's the final lap. Even if the caution comes out, Timothy Peters will win this race. He's got to be able to hold off James Busher, who's about 2 seconds behind him.
I think Austin Dillon may have run out of fuel.
I think he just got run in the wall, Phil. He's under power. That thing just wrecked coming down the front straightaway.
Win number 3 goes to Timothy Peters.
Yes, baby. Good job, boys. Woo!
And now, the other truck's limping home.
Hornaday's out of fuel. He was running 30s, out of fuel coming off of turn 4.
Trying to coast out of turn number 4. You see Carmichael has run out of fuel. He can't get to the start-finish line.
Paludo goes by Hornaday to get that spot.
Paludo takes 4th from Hornaday. Hornaday finishes 5th, coasting across the start-finish line. Crafton is 7th.
How painful is this for Ricky Carmichael? He might make it across the finish line, he might not.
Just using the starter right now is all he can do, and he's probably going to get to the start-finish line. Timothy Peters is going to beat him to the start-finish line for his victory celebration.
And Carmichael's thinking, come on, just let me please get to the start-finish line. And Timothy Peters will start to celebrate win number 3 in his 106th start in the Camping World Truck Series.
We've got a lot going on right now, y'all.
You got Austin Dillon up against the outside wall right there. Timothy needs to watch out for those other 2 trucks.
Dillon's trying to figure out, when can I go by? The smoke screen has been put out by the 17 of Timothy Peters.
Austin Dillon is being shown right now in the 9th position.
That's a break for Johnny Sauter. Johnny looks like might maintain this point lead despite the fact that he lost 2 laps when he had a flat tire.
We're showing unofficially right now that Johnny would retain the point lead by 4 points.
Austin Dillon, Austin just trying to make his way to the finish, and Todd just acts like he isn't even there.
Yeah, he runs him in the wall there.
There should be some, Pop might really be upset about that.
Yeah, this was tough for that 3 truck.
Going to be another view. There's Miguel Paludo, just got by Austin. Come off the corner there.
How could that happen? Either Todd Spotter didn't tell him he was out there, but Todd should have known he was out there.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.